Here's something nobody talks about. Walk into a bank with $500 in your account and walk into that same bank with $5 million. You will not even recognize the place. Different room, different people, different rules, and honestly, a completely different country. Because here's what banks will never say out loud. They don't treat all customers equally. They treat you exactly as much as your balance tells them to. And today, I'm going to show you every single level. Dollar by dollar, floor by floor. Let's go. So let's start at the very bottom. $0 to $1,000. This is where most people start. And honestly, this is where banks make their most money off of you. Not for you, off of you. At this level, you are what the industry quietly calls a transactional customer. You get the plastic chair in the lobby. You wait 25 minutes to speak to someone. You get charged $12 a month just to let them hold your money. Overdraft by $3? That's a $35 fee. Miss a payment? Another fee. Call customer service? You're on hold for 40 minutes, then transferred twice. And here's the brutal part nobody tells you. Banks actually lose money on accounts under $1,000. So their entire strategy at this level is simple. Charge fees until you either leave or grow. You are not a customer here. You are a cost they are managing. Now let's move up. $1,000 to $50,000. Things get slightly better here. You're in what's called the mass retail tier. You probably get a debit card, maybe a credit card offer with a $2,000 limit. The fees start to disappear, or at least they're easier to waive if you know to ask. You get an app, you get a chatbot, you get personalized recommendations that are actually just algorithm-driven product ads. Your relationship manager is a 22-year-old at a call center reading from a script. And savings? They'll offer you 0.01% interest on your savings account. Meanwhile, they take your money and lend it out at 7, 8, 9%. The math doesn't lie. They are borrowing your money and making a fortune on it, while you get basically nothing back. At this level, you're not a client. You're inventory. Okay, now cross $50,000 and something interesting happens. The bank starts to notice you. $50,000 to $250,000, you might get access to a preferred or gold banking tier. Suddenly, there's a dedicated banker, an actual human with a name and a desk. Fees disappear, ATM charges waived, wire transfers discounted. They'll start calling you, offering you products, a home equity line, a personal loan at a slightly better rate, maybe a financial planning session, which, let's be honest, is mostly them trying to sell you a mutual fund with a 1% annual management fee. But here's where it gets interesting. At this level, you're valuable enough to keep, but not valuable enough to really impress. You're like the customer who always orders the second cheapest wine on the menu. The restaurant is nice to you, but you don't get the good table. Now, $250,000. This is where the velvet rope starts. Most major banks, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citi, HSBC, have a private banking threshold somewhere around here. You get assigned a private banker. One person. Your person. They know your name before you walk in. They know your mortgage, your goals, your kids' names. The branch? You may not even go to the branch anymore. They come to you. Or you get a private entrance. No waiting rooms. No ticket numbers, no hold music. Interest rates? Negotiable. Loan terms? Flexible. Investment products? Actually designed to build wealth, not just generate fees for the bank. You also start getting access to things regular customers don't even know exist. Structured deposits, currency hedging, tax-efficient investment wrappers. And here's the part that should make every normal person a little angry. All these tools to grow wealth, they're only available once you already have a significant amount of it. The system rewards people who already won the game. At $1 million, liquid, investable assets, You officially enter what's called high net worth territory, and the bank's entire personality changes. You now have a team, not just a banker, a wealth manager, a tax specialist, and sometimes a concierge service. Investment minimums that normal people can't even access? Open to you. Private equity deals, pre-IPO allocations, hedge funds with 20% annual return targets. They'll fly you out for a private dinner, seats at exclusive events, art auctions, golf tournaments, charity galas. Because at this level, you're not just a customer anymore. You're a business relationship worth protecting at all costs. The bank doesn't want to lose you, and they will spend real money making sure you never want to leave. One private banker I spoke to put it this way. And now, $5 million to $25 million. This is where the rules of banking basically stop applying to you. At $5 million and above, you enter ultra high net worth territory, and banks have a completely different division for you. It's often not even called a bank anymore. It's called a family office or a wealth management group. Your team now includes a dedicated investment director, estate and succession planners, international tax strategists, and sometimes, and this is real, a lifestyle manager who handles travel, real estate, and major purchases on your behalf. Loans? At this level, banks will lend you money against your portfolio, sometimes at rates below 2%, so you never even have to sell your investments to access cash. You essentially never pay the same tax rate, the same borrowing rate, or play by the same rules as everyone else. You know what's wild? Now here's the real truth, and I want you to hear this part carefully. Banks are businesses, and like every business, they allocate their best resources to their most profitable clients. That's not evil. That's just economics. But what is worth noticing is how invisible this system is. Most people never know these tiers exist. They just know that banking feels frustrating and expensive, and they don't realize that for millions of people in the same country, banking feels like a five. So here's the question I want you to sit with. Which level are you on right now? And what would it take to move up? Because the rules aren't secret anymore. You just heard all of them. Drop your level in the comments. I read every single one. And if this opened your eyes, share it with one person who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.